Let's make a splash and make sure you have your number 32 Shark Drake or C32 and full armored Dark Knight Lancer because we have brand new Shark support for Rage of the Abyss, the next cover set for Yu-Gi-Oh! So let's get right into it with Surfacing Big Jaws. It's a level 4 water fish effect monster, 1800 attack, 300 defense. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. During the main phase, if a spell card was activated this turn, you can special summon this card from your hand. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of this turn, except Xyz monsters. If this card is normal or special summoned, you can add one fish shark monster from your deck to your hand. If this card is used for the Xyz summon of a water monster, it can be treated as a level 3 or level 5. This card's really good for sharks. It's definitely a great buff, and honestly, I think it might be a 3-of for the deck, being a free extender at will. So all these are literally retrains and new cards. We have the Drake Shark. It is a level 4 water fish effect monster, 1400 attack and 1050 defense. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name each once per turn. If this card is added to your hand except by drawing it, you can special summon it. Hello, Poplar. If this card is used for the Xyz summon of a water monster that uses 3 more materials, it can be treated as 2 materials. A Shark Drake monster that has this card as a material gains this effect. Up once per turn, you can detach 2 materials from this card, target one spell or trap card on the field, attach it to this card as a material. So sharks literally have a Poplar now that you can add off of Fish Sonar, I believe, or from other ways. So honestly, very, very powerful level 4 extender being able to treat as 2 materials. This definitely changes how sharks are overall. And for your Armored Xyz fans, we have brand new Armored Xyz cards, being Armored Shark. It is a level 3 water fish monster with 500 attack, 2000 defense, and this card is always treated as an Armored Xyz card. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can send one water Xyz monster from your extra deck to the graveyard, then target one fish monster to the graveyard with a level equal to that sent monster's rank, special summon it. During your opponent's turn, if this card is in your graveyard, quick effect, you can target one water Xyz monster you control, equip this card to it as an equip spell that gives 500 attack. Realistically, I see this being a 1-of since it's searchable, and being able just to send a water monster Xyz from the grave, then you get to revive a fish with the same level as the rank is very nice. And being able to charge up your Xyz monsters is always a good benefit. And now after that, let's take a look at the big hitters, the 2 Xyz monsters that we have. We have a number C32 retrain in Shark Drake Leviathan. It's a rank 5 water sea serpent Xyz effect, 3100 attack, 2600 defense. It takes 4 level 5 monsters, but you can also Xyz summon this card by discarding 1 spell and using 1 rank 4 Shark Drake Xyz monster you control. Transfer its materials to this card. Once per turn, quick effect, you can detach 1 material from this card, then target 1 effect monster your opponent controls, negate its effects, and if you do, change its attacks to 0. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase, and if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. Realistically, overall, this is a very powerful boss monster, but you need a rank 4 Shark Drake Xyz monster, so it's definitely one of the things that you might go into here and there, but it does help out that they got a boosted upgrade. With Shark Drake, there's always going to be a Leviathan Dragon lurking around. We have Levure Dragon. It's a water sea serpent Xyz effect monster, rank 3, 2000 attack and 0 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can add 1 Virtue Stream from your deck to your hand. The second effect is you can activate one of these effects. Detach 1 material from this card, add 1 fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster from your graveyard to your hand, except Levure Dragon. Or you can target 2 Xyz monsters on the field, detach 1 material from one of them, and attach it to the other as a material. Realistically, a very good handoff, but honestly, getting a search on a specific card is always good, and being able to grab stuff back from the graveyard to your hand always matters with the deck. But before we get to that mentioned card, let's take a look at Aqua Jet Surf. It is a normal spell card, Aqua Jet Surface. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. Special summon one level 4 or lower fish, sea serpent, and or aqua monster from your hand or graveyard, and if you do, you cannot special summon from the extra deck while you control it except Exceed monsters. If your opponent controls an attack position monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster you control. It gains 1000 attack till the end of this turn. This could be very useful during the battle phase, during the damage step, and honestly, I could definitely see it being played because it allows you to revive stuff from the graveyard or summon something from your hand if you need it. But realistically, I see it being more to revive a fish, sea serpent, or aqua from the graveyard more than anything. And this just made a few cards definitely more worth playing. So after that, we get into another spell card before going into Virtue Stream. We have Reincarnation, Unveil Male. It is an equipped spell card, and it's always treated as a Armored Exceed card. You can only activate one card with this card's name per turn. An Exceed monster equipped with this card gains these effects. Cannot be destroyed by battle, and once per turn, if this card battled this turn, quick effect, you could return one equipped card equipped to this card to the hand, then immediately after this effect resolves, Exceed summon one water monster. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you could activate this effect. Equip it from the graveyard to an Exceed monster you control during the end phase of this turn. Overall, very useful equip spell. I see it as a 1-of since it's searchable. A lot of 1-ofs, I think. But honestly, being able to instantly go into a Exceed water monster during the battle phase is really, really good, especially heading into OTK territory. Next up after that, we finally get to head into the one anticipated card from Levure Dragon, being Virtue Stream. Now, this is a very interesting card, I would say. It is a normal trap card, and you can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can target a fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster you control, and 2 cards your opponent controls, destroy it. Oh, that is just an Icarus attack. And you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one face-up monster on the field. Apply this effect based on its attribute. Water. The next time it would be destroyed by card effect this turn, it is not destroyed. Or non-water, it becomes a water attribute. So, looking at it, it is alright. It's a searchable 1-of you could play. So overall, I could see this seeing a little bit of play depending on how the pilot wants to run the deck. Now, finally, we have a retrain on Poseidon's Wave back in Photon Shockwave, and we come with a new trap card being Exceed Poseidon's Splash. It is a normal trap card, and you can only use either this card's first or second effect per turn, and only once that turn. If you control an Exceed monster with an Exceed monster as a material, declare one attribute that is among the monsters on the field. Destroy all monsters of the declared attribute on the field except for monsters that are equipped with equipped spells. Or the second effect is you could banish this card from your graveyard, then detach one material from an Exceed monster you control, special summon one fish, sea serpent, or aqua monster from your graveyard to either field. Foolish Burial Goods is definitely getting better and better as time goes on. So realistically, I do think that this is going to be a 1-of since you can run Ice Barrier or this with Foolish Burial Goods. Overall, what do I think about this support? It definitely helps the deck quite a bit. The main deck monsters are super powerful. The spells are useful to an extent. And finally, the traps are actually pretty decent, while the Exceed monsters definitely shine light on things that needed to be done, giving them an additional rank 5 and an additional rank 3. But I want to know what you guys think about this new shark support for Rage of the Abyss. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. See you guys in the next video, and goodbye.